Joining me now on Your Sport Swindon Town ladies boss Steve Robertson. It's one of the first training sessions tonight ahead of the new season. Before we talk about that and the new season ahead, you've had time to reflect on last season, champions, fantastic season. Thoughts on how it all went?
Well, it went to plan, really. I mean, we wanted to win the league and we did win the league, so that was nice. But as soon as we won it, we sat down and we sort of started planning for next season straight away. It's obviously a big step up what we're going into. We're fully aware that if we take it too lightly, it will bite us in the bum, and all the work we did last year will be washed away by coming straight back down. So we don't want to go up to the next level and just be another team and make the numbers up. We want to go up there and compete and try and finish as high as we can. And hopefully, with a good pre-season and we get the right people in to boost us up, and we keep the ones that we had from last year, we should be okay.
And you're actively, looking for new additions to the squad right now, I believe, but nothing to announce just yet.
You've got 2 or 3 irons in the fire, if you like. Hopefully we'll announce one tonight, maybe tomorrow. And there's 2 or 3 to come back from other engagements they've got. I was talking to you earlier on about that. And there's 2 or 3 that go to universities and stuff, and they won't be back in the area until they're done with that. So we'll wait till they come back and see what they say. But we're happy with what we've got at the club as it is. We just don't want to sit still and rely on what we've got at the club. I think if you do that, you become a bit stale, and you need fresh players to come in to compete for different positions. And hopefully we can get them in. If we can get 2 or 3 signed that are the same level of what we already got, we should be absolutely fine.
You mentioned you might announce one tonight. Can you reveal that exclusively on Your Sport Swindon? Putting you on the spot there.
On the spot? No, yeah. I spoke to her today. She's due to sign tonight, but we're going to do a signing on night on the 12th. We're hopefully getting Georgia Walters back at the club. She's been away with Reading for the last year. For whatever reason, not quite worked out there, but we value her as a player. She came to us pre-season last year. We tried getting her then. We're 99% confident she's going to come back to us this year from the noises she's been making. Like I said, she's due to sign tonight, but we probably won't officially do the forms for another week or 2, just to get them all done at the same time. But she'll be another one, bit of quality, good with the football. She's experienced enough to come into the team. All the girls know who she is. So if she gets her head down and grafts and buys into what we do, I think she'll be a great asset to the team.
What sort of positions are you looking to fill for the new additions?
Well, we don't want to mess around what we've already got too much. It's almost boosting what we have got. I mean, we had Meg Vella last year, been a fantastic player. We're hopeful she stays again this year, but we appreciate she's obviously got commitments with the Army. So the left-hand side of our pitch might be somewhere we look to boost up. I think we've got a great back 4 goalkeeper, and we've even got 2 or 3 who can come into there. So I think anything that's going to give us an attacking base is going to be good news. It needs to be something slightly different to what we've already got. We've got players that we know can work hard and we know can win a ball back and keep it and play. We might just need somebody slightly different in different positions that we have got. So we might go from a midfielder who can win lots and lots of headers to somebody who actually puts the ball down and plays a lot more. We just need to have that different option with different games we go into. And I think the big difference this year to last year is we're not going to go into 90% of games as favourites. We're going to be going in as underdogs, and we've got to have 11 people on the pitch who are prepared to just graft and really work hard for everything. Whereas last year we could probably get away in 2 or 3 games with 1 or 2 players dipping below what they would normally work. And we've all been there when you're playing a team and you think, actually, I don't have to track too far back after that one because I think I'll be okay. We do that this year, we get caught out. So it's about me getting the right 11 on the pitch for the right game. And to be fair, the girls all buy into that. There's not one of them that turns up and thinks, oh, I'm a gimme, I'm a shoe-in. I can do what I want and I'll be fine. They all know they've got to graft. And if they're not grafting, they're normally the first to tell each other. And if they're really not grafting, it'll be me who has to tell them. But I firmly believe, you see them now run around the pitch, so they're putting it in. So if they keep that attitude up, they'll be absolutely fine. But it's all over the pitch, really. We just want to have 1 or 2 different options. Like I said, that left-hand side or maybe that little number 10 would be spot on.
Looking at the present squad from last season, how confident are you that they can step up? Because last year when they had kind of the first test of this division, it was Spurs, and it came a good second best in the end. But was that just nerves on the day a little bit and not a true reflection of the quality of your side?
Yeah, they were really disappointed with that result. I don't think they expected it to go that way. And you're right, we probably didn't give a good showing of ourselves, but credit to Spurs. They proved why they're the league above, and they proved why they're a mid-table team in the league above, and that's what we're aspiring to achieve. So this year we'll know a little bit more about the teams in that league and what they do. I think if we played them again, we'll be there or thereabouts, and hopefully the fact that we're in their league now, they'll start seeing themselves on a par. Whereas I think when we played them in the cup, there was 2 or 3 that were a little bit like, we're playing against Tottenham. This is Tottenham we're playing. We need to be a bit wary about it. And I think if the second half proved up at Bassett when we played that we can go toe to toe with teams like that. I think on a different day, it could have been a lot closer than what the scoreline suggested. But we can't beat. We're not going to go every single game and win every single game. Teams are going to beat us, and it's whether or not they react to it and they learn from it, and they say, actually, that's not going to happen again. I'm going to go one further next time to make sure it doesn't happen. And they've all got the right attitude, so we're hopeful. We should better hold our own.
It's important to get off to a good positive start. I mean, I don't know if the fixtures are out yet, but I don't believe they are.
Week to go, I think, before the fixtures come out. Yeah, everybody will say that. Everybody wants to win their first game. Everybody wants to win the first two and then get like a base and go from there. I think what's important is things are going to go wrong next year. We're not going to win every single game of football. There'll be 2 or 3 times where maybe we've really grafted and we probably deserve to get something, and a team with a bit more experience will nick it. That's life, that's football. What we need to do is make sure that we react correctly to that and we don't let it happen over and over again. So yeah, winning our first game would be fantastic, but that's not the be-all and end-all of our season. We're going to lose football matches, we're going to draw football matches, but we will win football matches. And they've got a good habit of winning football matches at the moment, and if they can keep that momentum going and they put the hard work in, there's no reason to say that next year they can't win more than they lose. And I firmly believe if they keep the attitude correct, and even when it does go wrong they stick together, I think they'll be fine. But like I said, it's making sure that they learn very quickly from maybe the first loss they have that doesn't happen again, and we correct that. And you're going to get beaten by teams that are better than you sometimes. But as long as we compete and we're there or thereabouts, I'm confident in our team and the girls we've got that we can give everybody in that league a match.
And you're very much looking at mid-table rather than just avoiding the drop.
Yeah, they keep telling me to do Leicester. Can't see that one. It'd be great if it did happen, but no, we don't want to go into it and just say, let's finish second from bottom, hope for the best, and just not get relegated. Obviously, the plan is go up, survive, but I think it's a bit more than survive. They don't want to just survive this lot. They don't want to just go up and be another team in the league. They want to give it a good go and we'll see how high they can finish. And I think it's important to have players like that in your team.
And from a training perspective and the structure of the club and changes, we've talked about a few additions, but is anything else going to change because you're up a division now, or is it very much the same plan as last season?
No, a lot of work needs to go in off the field. There's a lot of things in the pipeline. I know they're looking at introducing things like season tickets. Our programme's going to be a lot more professional, and the girls that does the programme is top drawer with it, and I think it's about time we give her something to actually put it in that looks the business. We're still looking for sponsorships left, right and centre. The club need it as well. We're not the sort of club that can just go by with gate receipts and the girls putting their money into play. The club do need help to make sure they run properly. That's the biggest thing this year. Football wise, I think we're going to be okay. I think we're there or thereabouts. The girls are fantastic. They really pull their weight. It's getting the behind the scenes correct and making sure that we have got things in place that are going to keep the club alive and keep the club moving forwards. Because I can go and build a fantastic team, but if we haven't got the behind the scenes going correctly and we haven't got the professionalism that we should have across the whole club, then we're going to come stuck. And this team, this club, shouldn't be happy with just sitting in the league below WSL. You've only got to look at teams like Brighton, who have put enough into it and they've all worked so hard. That's why they were lucky enough to go into the Super League, and credit to them for that. I'm not saying these lot are going to go into the Super League the next year, but the aim has to be they want to try and get into there at some point. I think if you sit still as a club and then you're happy just to sit into a league, it's no good for anybody. And I mean, I think somebody told me when the season finished last year, it's nearly 20 years they've been sat in that league before they got promoted last year. And I think that's got a lot to do with the fact that the last 2 or 3 years we've pushed to get out of that league. And I think if you look at another 3-year plan, if they're not pushing to be at the top end of that league, we're doing something wrong. So it's making sure we get things right off the pitch as well as on it.
It's really, really, an attempt to build on last season, the fine success.
Yeah, definitely, and this is the time to do it. You go to any club that's just been promoted, there's a little wave there, isn't there? And there's people are interested and people want to have a look, and it's almost a prime opportunity to put your name in the shop window. So we're hoping that people do look at that and think, actually, that's worth jumping on the bandwagon with, and just go from there and see what happens. But it's up to other people to make sure that happens behind the scenes.
One player definitely not returning. You've just revealed tonight, Beth Westlake.
Yeah.
So tell us why she's not returning.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell you why she's returning. I'm sure the viewers can work it out in a couple of months. I'll have to double check, but this bit's
she's basically not available for 9 months, is she? So that rules her out of the season.
Anyway, I think it could be a little bit longer than that, bear in mind. But massive loss for us, obviously. But from her point of view, she should be absolutely chuffed. We're chuffed for her as well. So, good luck with that. I wouldn't want to have to go through that for 9 months, but Yeah, fair play to her. So we congratulate her. I think she came down to training last week and spoke to the girls. She was nice enough to give me a call beforehand. Tried feigning a knee injury, didn't she? Said she had a bad knee for a couple of weeks. We knew something weren't quite right. So, but yeah, no, congratulations to her. Wish her all the best, and she'll still be involved, hopefully.
I was going to say, I imagine she'll be coming down to support, helping with the coaching and things like that.
Yeah, hopefully she'll come down and give us a hand and be involved with everything as much as she can. She's very much, the girls love her, and she obviously loves the girls in the club. So she's one we definitely don't want to lose just because she's gone off on leave for a little while.
Talk about new sponsors. It'd be nice to get some new supporters in as well, wouldn't you? Do you think you get bigger crowds next season?
We're hopeful, yeah. We've had a couple of people actually. We're really hopeful. The Swindon, I don't want to give them a bad name. I can't remember what their actual name is, but there's like a Swindon set of fans. A couple of those have been in touch to come down for supporters days, where they'll bring their flags down and everything, come down and give us hopefully a big sort of cheer on. Fingers crossed. If we had a home game for the first game, that'd be fantastic from our point of view. But I think our first home game would be a great opportunity for people, if they haven't come out to watch the ladies play, to come down and give us a support. I think the best team we've been to is Crystal Palace so far, where they had about 200 people out, all chanting and singing, and that makes a difference as well. We're lucky we've got the Centre of Excellence girls that come out and give us a bit of support, and they're very vocal, which is good, and the girls need that on the pitch sometimes, not just me shouting at them from the side, but some of the fans getting stuck into them as well. But I think if we can get more people through the gate, it'd be fantastic, and I think we will get that next year, especially with some of the clubs we're playing against. I mean, your Charltons and your West Hams and your Tottenhams are obviously the big ones. I think people want to come and watch them and see what they're about. So yeah, hopefully people will come out.
Exciting times ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed.
You know, Steve, we'll let you get back to training and putting the girls through the paces. Best of luck for the season.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.